started in the quiet suburbs of Oregon, at first, just a faint tone barely audible over the hum of the refrigerator. The homeowners thought it was plumbing, or maybe the old air ducts complaining again. But as nights deepened, the sound grew richer, deeper, almost intelligent. The walls seemed to breathe in time with it, pulsing faintly beneath the plaster. They called electricians, then plumbers, then even the city inspectors, each searching for a fault that didn't exist. Every man that entered the house stepped out pale, insisting the sound had no identifiable source. Instruments picked up nothing, yet their own ears couldn't deny it was real. The hum wasn't in the wires or the pipes, it was inside the walls themselves. Neighbors began to notice it too, a low resonance that carried through the ground like the lingering moan of machinery buried miles below. Some said it made their teeth ache, others could feel it trembling inside their ribs. The family recorded it one night, playback showed only static. It was a sound that refused to be captured, as if it belonged to another dimension. One evening, the mother pressed her ear to the drywall, tracing the hum's origin along the corridor. The closer she got to the basement door, the heavier the air became, almost charged. It wasn't just noise anymore, it felt alive, aware, responding to her breath. She swore she heard a whisper threading through the tone, forming her name. Downstairs, the basement smelled of dust and cold metal. The hum was strongest there, vibrating through old concrete and stacked boxes of forgotten toys. Even shadows seemed uneasy, elongating across the floor like they were trying to escape the sound. Something down there watched from behind the thick cement wall, unseen yet undeniable. They brought in sound engineers equipped with advanced recorders and sensitive microphones. The frequency readouts glitched and folded over themselves, as if the equipment couldn't translate what it heard. One expert claimed the pitch matched the Schumann resonance, the Earth's natural pulse. But others insisted it was several octaves below anything human ears should detect. Theories spiraled across online forums, secret tunnels, military experiments, even alien frequencies bleeding through the soil. Some locals whispered of underground refineries or lost Cold War bunkers humming in the dark. But geologists reported no anomalies in the ground structure. The hum wasn't coming from below, it was bleeding inward, through the fabric of the house. At precisely 3:03 every morning, the hum shifted pitch for exactly 7 seconds. Clocks would lag half a second behind right after, no matter how often they were reset. Streetlights flickered, and dogs from 3 blocks away began to howl. It was as if the world itself blinked, subtly readjusting to something unseen. The family tried sleeping in hotels, yet they claimed the sound followed them, faint but familiar. The youngest daughter said she could see ripples in the corners of rooms, as if reality were made of liquid glass. Her drawings depicted figures shaped like echoes, pressed against walls, trying to come through. None of them could sleep past midnight. Neighbors complained of cracking foundations. Engineers found their concrete intact but stained with strange, circular impressions. The marks radiated outward, perfectly geometric, as though printed by vibration itself. One expert concluded, "It's not damage, it's communication." But when asked what was communicating, his voice faltered. A visiting priest offered to bless the house after reports of escalating phenomena. The moment holy water touched the basement floor, the hum rose in pitch until it broke into a scream only microphones captured. Every bulb exploded simultaneously. When silence returned, the basement wall had fractured, revealing darkness deeper than the space behind it should allow. Behind the crack, there was not emptiness but motion, slow, undulating, in rhythm with the fading hum. It looked wet, like a membrane or thin mist, rippling in response to presence. The father reached forward but froze as static filled the air, tiny sparks dancing along the concrete. The hum returned, softer, almost whispering, "Leave." They sealed the basement that same night, hammering boards and bolts until dawn. Yet upstairs, the noise persisted, weaving between the walls, traveling through stair rails and pipes as if mocking the idea of containment. Guests who stayed claimed they heard breathing behind wallpaper, sometimes a gentle tapping, like fingers feeling for a way out. Specialists from a nearby university arrived with portable spectrum analyzers to record data. The frequencies they captured didn't align with any known pattern or electrical interference. The data appeared to self-destruct on playback, generating numeric sequences repeating endlessly, 01313. Some believed it was a signature, a code. Months passed, yet the hum only grew louder, spreading across nearby homes. Soon, 3 blocks of the neighborhood began hearing it, each slightly different, like a chorus of overlapping tones. The city government labeled it an acoustic anomaly and evacuated several residents. The empty homes still resonated long after they were boarded up. Urban explorers entered the abandoned properties to record footage, lured by viral fascination. Cameras showed walls subtly trembling, as though thin skin hid giant lungs beneath. Some explorers vanished after venturing into crawl spaces. Their recordings ended abruptly, frames smearing into white light before cutting to black. The government quietly dispatched research teams who installed devices disguised as air monitors. Residents never saw them leave. One late-night witness filmed a black van idling outside the block for hours, emitting a similar low frequency that blended with the mysterious hum. The next morning, the van and sound were gone. Locals spread rumors that the walls held more than pipes, something growing, alive, learning the echoes of human voices. Some swore they could hear words within the tone, fragments of thoughts unfinished. Engineers dissected one section of drywall to study vibrations and found nothing but smooth, warm plaster, almost as if it had been recently alive. Across the country, reports of similar hums emerged in Florida, Arizona, and rural Maine. Each case followed the same cycle: faint sound, spreading vibration, sudden disappearances. Geolocational data placed these houses in nearly perfect alignment, forming a spiral pattern leading toward the Pacific. Experts avoided commenting publicly. Digital forensics revealed that the earliest online mention of the hum predated the internet itself, archived inside old analog logs, decades before broadband existed. The same phrasing appeared: "It's breathing in the walls." Linguists determined the handwriting belonged to multiple people from different continents. Somehow, this thing had always been whispering. At night, power grids flickered citywide. The hum climbed beyond hearing range but left a physical sensation in its place: hearts racing, lights dimming, air forming pressure like a storm about to break. Some residents described seeing static around doorframes, faintly glowing blue. They said it felt like standing inside a speaker the size of the world. Experts claimed it could be infrasonic phenomena induced by underground fluids or seismic resonance. Yet, measurements showed the hum fluctuated too intentionally, as though obeying rhythm rather than nature. Its sequence almost mirrored human breathing patterns recorded during sleep. Those who stayed close grew ill: fevers, nosebleeds, distorted memory. Inside the original Oregon home, the family's security cameras caught doors opening slightly on their own whenever the hum peaked. Curtains moved when air was still. The reflection on the living room mirror rippled like water though the glass stayed solid. Something invisible pressed against its surface, testing the barrier. An investigation journalist entered the sealed basement years later. The boards were untouched, dust thick like ash. As he placed his recorder near the fracture, his equipment froze. The hum returned faintly and then rearranged itself into syllables: "Still here." Moments later, his footage ended, mid-breath, his camera collapsing into static. After that night, new homeowners never stayed more than a week. Each claimed they woke to walls shivering like living skin. Utility devices failed, compasses spun, cell phones lost signal inside the house. The real estate company stopped listing it publicly. It became a silent property, its records locked behind corporate firewalls. The hum was patient. Locals say every few months, they hear it faintly through the pavement, like a drone drifting from underneath their feet. It echoes through manhole covers, through drain pipes, rising at dusk and fading by dawn. The city calls it imagination, residents call it warning. Acoustic researchers later found that when they reversed recordings of the phenomenon, a pattern emerged, almost like a heartbeat intertwined with mechanical rhythm. It pulsed precisely at human resting heart rate. Some wondered if the hum wasn't haunting people at all, but synchronizing them, aligning flesh with sound until distinction disappeared. Those living nearest the origin reported strange dreams, large rooms filled with breathing walls, dark corridors that whispered. Most awoke drenched in sweat, clutching their ears though they'd heard nothing. The hum seemed to colonize silence itself, turning sleep into an instrument for communication. Eventually, structural teams demolished the original house, but the crew lasted less than one day. The demolition engines vibrated violently, bolts shearing mid-operation. Workers fled as the soil beneath them trembled like something vast was waking below. The foundation cracked open, and the hum sang through every fracture in perfect harmony. Witnesses compared the sound to a chorus, thousands of voices, mechanical and human, blending in impossible unity. For minutes, nearby traffic stopped, animals froze, and power transformers burst in sequence. Then, as the last wall fell, it all went silent. Not gone, just waiting, listening through new ground. Satellite arrays later recorded a global resonance spike at the same timestamp. Observatories on opposite hemispheres received matching waveforms. The signal originated not from Earth, but within its magnetic field, circling endlessly like a trapped call. The pattern repeated only one phrase when decoded: incomplete transmission. Years on, those who lived through it claim to still hear it in rare silence, inside empty rooms or between breaths. Engineers with tinnitus describe it perfectly, though they've never visited Oregon. The hum has become folklore now, but even folklore leaves fingerprints. You can ignore it, until it decides to listen back. Late-night radio callers confess that their walls occasionally vibrate when they tell this story aloud. The frequency finds new homes, crossing power grids, telephone lines, and dreams. Experts deny connection, yet static surges at the end of their interviews. Maybe the hum isn't haunting the house anymore, maybe it's haunting everyone who heard it. So tonight, as you turn off the lights, listen carefully between the gaps of silence. That faint vibration under your floorboards, don't dismiss it just yet. Some things don't vanish when homes are torn down. They only migrate, waiting for someone curious enough to press an ear to the wall again. 'Cause somewhere beneath this very language, this voice, the hum is still there. It has woven itself into signal, into scream, into every pulse of digital sound you hear. Perhaps it always was, not just inside their walls, but ours too. The question now isn't what caused it, but when it will call back.